friends, Sam here with Happily Hooked. So we have another video stitch tutorial today. This one is the floret stitch. I'm so excited. This one is so pretty. I use this all the time. It's one of my favorite stitches. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I would probably put this up there pretty close with the half double crochet. I use that stitch for literally everything. And this one is so gorgeous, and it adds such a pretty texture and design to your work. So you can take a simple design like a basic cardigan or a scarf, add this stitch to it, and it just changes the whole game. Like, it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna grab my hook, grab my yarn, and I'll be with you guys in just a second. Hi friends, real quick, if you guys want to join the coolest crochet community on the internet and join over 20,000 members that love yarn just as much as you do, click the link in the description below, and I cannot wait to see you in our community. Alright, so like I said, today we are doing the floret stitch. So this one is a lot of fun. You can see like this swirl texture in between the stitches. So this one's a lot of fun. Like I said, I make a couple different adjustments to it based on what other people have done. This swatch, for example, has like a chain 3 on the end. I don't like the chain 3, but that's what it calls for. I would normally do a chain 2, but that's just a personal preference. But yeah, this texture is so much fun. So I'm going to use a 5mm hook, and then we have our handy dandy Red Heart Super Saver in tea leaf that I always use that I need to get caked up, but I just keep going. And then for this stitch, all you need to do is do it in multiples of 2 and then do a chain 3 at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have our multiples of 2 and then 1, 2, 3. So in the 4th chain from the hook, so 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to double crochet, and we're just going to double crochet all the way across. And this will be our first row. My hands are a little cold today. That's why I keep dropping my yarn and missing my stitches, because it is freezing and my hands are aching today. Alright, so we've got our last stitch in here. So we've got our row of double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 stitches. So we're going to chain 1, and that is going to count as our first slip stitch. So then we are going to yarn over and go into the second chain. So this is the first stitch. We're going to skip this one because we have our chain 1, and we're going to double crochet in the second stitch. And then we are going to slip stitch in the 3rd, and then double crochet in the next, and then slip stitch in the next, and then double crochet, and we just repeat this all the way across. So double crochet, slip stitch, double crochet, and we just keep going. So this is row 2. And then we will slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 or the chain 2, whatever you do. And then we will chain 3. And this will count as our first double crochet. And then we will double crochet in the next stitch and every stitch across. So we do 1 row of double crochets, and 1 row of the double crochet slip stitches. And sometimes it's a little tricky to find those stitches, so you just turn your work over a little bit and you can see where all those V's are. And you just keep double crocheting for your 3rd row. So any of your odd number rows would be double crochets, and your even number rows will be the rows with the double crochet slip stitch. And so you got to kind of turn your work a little bit in those slip stitches. And you want to kind of try and keep your slip stitches a little bit looser, so that way you have a spot for your hook to go in, but not too loose because you still want it to be a slip stitch. And then we will double crochet in the chain. And then chain 1. And then we will repeat row 3. So you can see the texture here. It's just magical. Like, I love this so much. And I know a lot of people don't like doing slip stitches, but I have a ton of fun with them. Oh, so I did the wrong thing. So we have our chain 1, skip that 1st stitch, go into the 2nd, slip stitch, double crochet, slip stitch, double crochet, and like I said, you just keep doing this. So you just repeat those 2 rows for as big as you want it, for as wide as you want it. So when you start it out, like I said, just do multiples of 2. So you can do 10 and make a little tiny one. You can do like 30 and maybe make a washcloth with it. I don't know if that would work. Depends obviously on the yarn and what you're doing. And then we slip stitch into the last stitch and chain 3. But yeah, you can make this as big as you want or as small as you want, as long as it's in multiples of 2, and then do your chain 3 at the end for your turning your 1st double crochet. So yeah, I hope this tutorial helps. I hope you guys like this stitch. It's a fun one. But if there's another stitch that you want me to show you guys how to do, just leave that in the comments below. If you've made this stitch before, let me know what you've made with it, because I think it's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!